First of all, I want to start off by thanking Mediaite and the Daily Caller this morning because they suffered through an hour or so of a Skip Bayless podcast. Timestamp what I needed from it. Also, I did not have to suffer through it myself. I appreciate you guys for doing that for me. I would imagine most of you didn't know Skip Bayless even had a podcast. He just started it earlier this year. I guess he thought 2 hours every morning, along with the 18 hours a day that he spends on Twitter, wasn't enough time to spread his negativity to the world. I find Skip Bayless to be insufferable. He's what I like to call a professional agitator. I hate to put anyone in the same class as little Jackie Mahomes. That broad's in a class all his own. But on the list of professional agitators, Skip Bayless is a really close second to little Jackie. It is only Tuesday, and it seems that we are already developing a theme for the week on the channel. It seems everyone is looking for your sympathy. Captain Nerd, Mike Florio, Naomi Osaka. I can at least give Naomi Osaka a little bit of a pass. I'm not as harsh on women. I try to take it a little bit easier on women than I do on men. Unless you're Megan Rapinoe, Leah Thomas, who's not a real woman. But I digress. Or if you have any involvement in the WNBA, I'm not easy on you then either. All right, maybe I am just as harsh on women as I am on men. But let's be real here. They all earned it. They deserve it. And I'm hesitant to use the word men because there is an epidemic right now in this country. America has a shortage of real men. You look over at the Ukraine. The men of that country are fighting for their lives, fighting for their freedom, fighting for their country. I saw a poll the other day, and I'm pretty confident that it only consisted of social justice warriors, otherwise known as modern-day Democrats. But the question in the poll was something to the effect of, if America was invaded by another country, would you stay and fight? Something like 65% of these people who were born male but aren't men said if America was invaded, they would run away. Do you understand now why I say these social justice warriors are nothing but cowards? There is your proof. That's all the proof you need. One of the biggest beta males in the virgin community is Skip Bayless. He is your typical social justice warrior. He likes to criticize athletes, in many cases unwarranted, from the comfort of his Los Angeles studio. Anytime an athlete comes on to oppose him, Skip Bayless suddenly changes his tone. For damn near 20 years, this dude has woke up with a boner thinking of LeBron James. The main reason Skip Bayless lives in LeBron's ass, he knows LeBron will never go on Undisputedly Woke and confront him. LeBron James looks at Skip Bayless as being beneath him. And you know what? He's not wrong. Skip Bayless is beneath everyone except Jackie Mahomes. I am often critical of LeBron James here on the channel, but at least I can be objective. There is no objectivity with Skip Bayless when it comes to LeBron James. He is paid to agitate. He is paid to constantly criticize LeBron. It causes Shannon Sharpe to start his period. He gets all emotional anytime Skip speaks negatively of his king. It creates a tense debate on Undisputedly Woke between two beta males to see who can be the most feminine, to see who can display the most fake outrage. And speaking of Shannon Sharpe, and maybe I have said this before, but what kind of self-respecting grown man calls himself Shay Shay? Hey guys, it's me. I love listening to 98 Degrees. I love being on my knees. I love sniffing Febreze. I'm your favorite disease. Shay Shay. Shay Shay. Shay Shay. What the fuck is going on? We have grown men calling themselves Shay Shay. Confused young men wanting to slice off their dongs. Women thinking it's attractive to bench press a Greyhound bus. What the hell's going on in America today? Anyway, even though I have a lot of disdain towards Skip Bayless, I don't hate the guy. I refuse to watch or listen to him, so he's barely on my radar. I don't know if anyone, though, hates, and I mean legitimately hates Skip Bayless more than Charles Barkley. For 15 years, Charles Barkley has been relentless with Skip Bayless. He has threatened to kick his ass. Charles Barkley has even said that he wanted to kill Skip Bayless. Now, is that taking it a bit too far? I mean, I don't think so. We've all been there before. We have all been so pissed off at someone that we say in jest that you're going to kill them. But nobody means it. It's not meant to be taken literally. Just like we all know, Charles Barkley is not being serious when he says he wants to kill Skip Bayless. Us normal people, we know Charles Barkley's not serious. But Skip Bayless is oh so scared. This man is enormous. He could seriously harm me. He could kick my ass. Please, Shay, please help me. Please defend me. You know you're in deep shit when you are relying on a dude named Shay to come to your defense. Shannon Sharpe would get his ass kicked by Justin Bieber in a boxing match. Skip Bayless went on his podcast last Thursday. He dedicated over an hour to Charles Barkley. Now, I don't keep tabs on Charles Barkley 24/7, but I don't think that he has said anything about Skip Bayless recently. Like I said, he's been going after him for 15 years now, but I don't recall him saying anything recently. So I don't know why Skip Bayless felt it was necessary to dedicate an entire hour to Charles Barkley other than to gain your sympathy. He wanted you to know, my dear wife, Ernestine, she lives in constant fear. She is afraid Charles Barkley will influence some lunatic to harm me. I'm scared. I'm crying. I am living in fear. See for yourself. See for yourself what this supposed grown man said publicly last week. And I want you to notice his voice. Listen to the tone of his voice. Roll the film.
For 15 years, that Charles Barkley is nothing but a sick individual. That to her, he is just pure evil. That he is depraved, that he is a scumbag. And she believes or fears that one day, Charles will somehow, maybe unwittingly or maybe wittingly, inspire some other nut to end my life. And this haunts her, this hurts her, because she believes that in the end, Charles Barkley would have my blood on his hands. And if that were Charles's goal from the start, if that was his goal, then I congratulate him because he wins on this one. He has hurt my wife deeply, and she has lost much sleep over this.
Charles Barkley is a sick, evil, depraved individual. You know what's ironic about this? What Charles Barkley does to Skip Bayless is the same thing Skip Bayless does to LeBron James and other professional athletes. He agitates them. So Skip Bayless is whining about the same thing he does to LeBron James. Did you notice his tone of voice? Did you notice the tone in his voice, I should say? It sounded like Skip Bayless was leading a funeral procession. He was so serious, or at least he was pretending to be serious. I don't know how anyone could take Charles Barkley serious in this situation, but hey, social justice warriors like Skip Bayless, they are known cowards. Skip Bayless said if something were to happen to him, Charles Barkley would have blood on his hands. Please explain to me how it would be Charles Barkley's fault if something happened to Skip Bayless. I would love to hear this explanation. He claims Charles Barkley has hurt my wife deeply. Look, I actually do believe that. Women tend to overreact to harsh commentary and criticism. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but women are emotional. They're emotional thinkers. This is the point where Skip Bayless is supposed to step up and be a man. Listen, honey, he doesn't mean anything by it. It's just television. It's just entertainment. Nothing is going to happen to me. If it makes you feel better, I will hire extra security for us. But instead, Skip Bayless goes on his podcast and whines like a little girl, or Jackie Mahomes, whichever comparison you prefer. This is a complete overreaction. This is theater. The Daily Caller said they hate to minimize Skip Bayless's concerns, but I will. There is absolutely no need for concern about Charles Barkley. This is a ploy by Skip Bayless to garner sympathy from his audience. He is trying to get people to feel sorry for him. I am defenseless, and this big mean man wants to harm me. This is what I'm talking about when I say we have a severe shortage of men in this country. In my life, I have never seen so many emotional dudes. I'm in touch with my feelings. I'm sensitive. No, you're fucking weak. Hollywood, along with the mainstream media, they have programmed men to be weak. They have programmed men to be emotional, to chase women. Go back and look at old Hollywood movies. I'm talking old, like from the 60s, the 70s. Look at old James Bond movies, for example. Is James Bond in the 60s and 70s, is he portraying weakness? Is he lovesick over some woman? No. The woman is always chasing James Bond, trying to earn his affection. In modern movies, or even regular TV shows, the men are always lovesick puppies, desperately trying to earn the affection of the woman. That shit doesn't work in real life. Skip Bayless is a shining example of the modern man in America, sensitive, in touch with his feelings. I sympathize with you, Ernestine. Let's lay on the couch and cry together. You're supposed to be her source of strength, while all you're doing is contributing to your own weakness. Skip Bayless is weak. Mike Wilbon is weak. Mike Florio is damn sure weak. Mike Florio is an embarrassment. That shit he tweeted Sunday night, that was absolutely humiliating, but I am not getting into that again right now. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let me know what you guys think about Skip Bayless pleading for your sympathy. Is he being serious, or is that just theater? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.